y'all, I'm Miss Stacy. Welcome to Stacy's Homestead, and today I'm going to be making some 15 bean soup. We're going to do it in the crock pot. It's the easy way. No, so, you know, if you want to do it faster, do it on the stove. It's the same process, but I don't have time to sit here and stir it constantly, because if you do it on the stove, you got to make sure the beans don't stick. So, but I have the time, and so we're going to pop it in the crock pot and slow cook it. Now I have a leftover ham that we're going to use. You can use ham or sausage, you know, any type of sausage you want, but I like to use leftover ham. So we have one from the holidays, and I have quite a bit left, so I think I'll use half of it on, I have two different types of beans. I have just the regular 15 bean, and I have a Cajun 15 bean, and it basically it's just different flavor packets inside. The same flavors, except this has spice in it. I don't know if I want to can up the spice one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this bag, and I'm going to do a canning video and can 15 bean soup later with half the ham. The other half we're going to cook with this in the crock pot. And then we're going to use the ham bone, of course, for some pinto bean soup later. I'll just pop it in the freezer and I'll do it some other time. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, we're going to need, you can use just water or water and broth. I like to do water and broth. So you can use turkey broth or ham broth. I have, there's a white navy bean. Ham bean soup I use, and I usually save the broth for that, so I'm going to cook that one later. I'll make that one later. I'm going to save the broth in the freezer for that one. But this one, I'm not going to do, maybe I'll do chicken broth. I'll add some chicken broth. I'll do that. Since I already have ham, it's going to have a ham flavoring. We'll just do a little bit of chicken broth. Alright, so we're going to cut up an onion and get started here, and I'll show you how I do it. Alrighty guys, so we got our beans all washed up and rinsed off here, and when my kids were at home I would have done 2-pound bags, but it's only us, so we're just doing a 1 pound of this, and only 1 pound fits in my crock pot, guys, so if I did 2, I do it on the stove. Alright, so I got my home canned chicken bone broth here, 2021. Tatler lid, just for you guys that can, so you know, Tatler lids are awesome. You reuse them over and over, and they're plastic, they don't decay. Food grade, you know. So we got that opened up here, and we're gonna put this in. So it's about a cup of liquid, I guess. And then we got about 8 cups of water in here. So you want, you know, like 9 or 10 cups of liquid. I like mine soupy, so like soup. Some people don't. You can do, you know, a little less. But start off with about, let's say, 9 cups of water. Okay, guys? And then we're going to go ahead and put our crock pot, put these beans in there and get them started. Put it on high. And it's going to be on high for like 4 hours. Okay, and we're going to add this in here, and so let's get want to get that going. Usually first thing in the morning is a good time, or at night before bed. Also, if you do it before bed, just do it on low, probably maybe high for a couple hours and then turn to low while you sleep. That's what I do. All right, so that's that. Stir it a little bit here. There. Get those beans start going. And then what we're going to do is we're going to chop up this onion and get a couple cloves of garlic, and we're going to saute them. Onion first, because garlic can burn easy. So saute those onions first. I use bacon grease or butter. Today I'm going to use bacon grease because we have ham. Might as well use a pork. So I got my jar of bacon grease. I always keep it on the counter. Let's see, and we're gonna just saute them up. You can use olive oil also. And I'll just do that off camera because y'all seen me saute vegetables before. I'm trying to do a faster video here. Alright, so we got those sauteing over here on the side. My chopped onions. Okay, got that going. And then I have a bunch of garlic here. And I'm just gonna, you know, press it. And, you know, I like a lot of garlic, so you don't have to put that much garlic. Just a couple cloves will do you, usually, but not me. I like a lot. So let me get a bowl and put it in. I like a lot of garlic. Use this plate here. So while that's going, we're gonna just press all of these. Press all these here. Alright, so got that about done, and then we're gonna add our garlic to it. Saute that up a little bit. You guys also, I threw away the bag, but the bag has basic instructions on it too. So it's pretty much what I'm doing, except I just do a little bit extra. Like I add just a couple extra things. Probably like more garlic and the broth, you know. But pretty much is the same as the package. So we're now gonna get our ham, and we're gonna cut up our ham and have that ready to rock and roll. I'm making 15 bean soup, not 7 bean soup.
Huh.
Hey.
Yes. Why not 5 beans?
5 bean soup? Because the bag comes with 15 beans in the different mix.
Only 15 beans?
Yes, it has 15 beans.
So there's, the more beans.
It has unique flavors. They all have unique flavors. Okay, so I'm only going to do half this ham. And I'm going to do the other half because I want to can some 15 bean with it. So we'll do that in another video. But see this ham bone? You got to save it for your bean soup with your pinto beans. That's what I grew up on. We didn't eat much other beans, really, except for pinto beans.
So you only had 1 bean soup?
Yeah, 1 bean soup.
Oh.
My grandma always made pinto beans. Bean soup is what she called it, and then we turn it into chili beans, all kinds of beans. We'd make it into other things after the fact. Alright, so this half is gonna go, that's a lot of ham. That's good. This half is gonna go to canning. We're gonna can this half. Put it back. And save the bone. Oh, you know what? Oh, I also have my white bean. My white bean ham and bean soup. Ham and bean soup. Anyways, yeah, I grew up mainly eating pinto beans. Not much other beans. So my great aunt says, and I'm sure she's right, because she was always right, Aunt Dorothy and Aunt Rita said beans are good for your heart. So they would always eat beans like once a week. And you know what? They never went to the doctor. They never had problems really, except for maybe gout. They died old. Not young. Alright. So, let's chop up our ham into little pieces and we'll set that aside because I don't like to add this stuff too early. I want to wait until my beans have time to cook for a few hours and then I'll add the rest, okay? So we're going to do that. This is all prepped and ready to go. That's it. Oh, and you'll just need canned diced tomatoes. And then I like to add tomato sauce. You don't have to. I only do the tomato sauce in my Cajun one though. It kind of tames down the spice. If you know, for others. But on regular 15 bean soup, I just do this. Alright. Let it cook for a couple hours, you know, 2-3 hours, and then you can add the, about a couple hours. And then we'll add the rest in. Alrighty guys, so it's been about 3 hours and the beans are soaking up some of this water in here. So now, here, I'll show you. They're just starting to puff up. They're getting a little, you know, rubbery. So that's when I like to add the rest of the stuff. Okay guys? So we're going to go ahead and add our caramelized, well not caramelized onions, you know, our sauteed onions and garlic. We're gonna add that in here. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. I don't know. There we go. Now sometimes, this is spur the moment thing, so I didn't soak my beans, but a lot of times I like to soak my beans, you know. I do it in cool water because if you do it in hot water, beans can sour. You don't want that, so do it like in, you know, room temperature, cool water. I like to do it for overnight, but you can do it up to, you know, a few hours. But yeah, if I know I'm going to make beans, I usually do it the night before. Just soak them and the next morning cook them. It just helps speed along the cooking process. So, but you don't have to. It just takes a little bit longer, that's all. Alright, and we got that in there. And then where's the seasoning packet? That would be good to know. Oh, here it is. So here's the seasoning packet. This is the Cajun one, so I think it's a little bit bigger than the other one. Like the regular one. And like I said, it's just the same thing, except it has spice. So, you add that in here, and then you can also add like chili powder if you want an additional spice. So we're gonna put our seasoning packet in. Stir that up. And then we're gonna add our tomato. Also, a lemon, juice of a lemon. You can put it in, you give or take it, you know what I mean? You don't have to use it, but I like it. So we're gonna do our stewed tomatoes. And then, because the Cajun one, I don't do this on the regular 15 bean, I think I said that. But I like to put tomato sauce in with the Cajun one. And then sometimes I even add a little bit extra spice. It's just good stuff. Like I could add, we'll see how it tastes. Oh, it has a pop top. I add chili or red pepper flakes. So, but we're gonna put regular pepper in. So we're gonna add this in. There we go. And then I like to do a little rinse and put that in there. We'll do that later. And then let's get some regular pepper. I'll salt it later. Okay, guys, because, you know, everything has salt. The packet has salt in it and the ham has salt in it. I'm gonna salt that stuff later. And about like a third spoon of pepper. Just, you know, I don't really measure. Just a, you know, like a little half a teaspoon. Alright. Alrighty. There's that. And then we can add our ham. Now let's add our ham. Nice diced ham. And it's gonna be good. And we're gonna let that cook for another like 2-3 hours. Okay? And then you're gonna stir it like every hour or so. I like to give it a little stir and see if you need to add more water. Because sometimes you might not have enough water. You might need to add it. I like mine a little soupy, you know? So, alright. It's already smelling good. And then that should be it. Oh, lemon. Ah, lemon. Lemon, lemon. Lemon, lemon, lemon. We're going to add the juice of a lemon. Squeeze it in here because the seeds. I'll do half a lemon. I don't want to do a whole lemon. Let's do half. This is a pretty juicy lemon. Pretty juicy lemon here. Okay. So That's a good amount. I'll put that in there. If I need more, I could always add the other half, but I think just the half will do. Will do. Okay, now we're done. And we're gonna just let it sit. All right, it's been 3 more hours and it's starting to get, the beans are half, like more than half done. They still have too much of a bite to it. So probably another hour and a half. I'm gonna put another half of lemon in. I tasted it and I think it needs it. And then let's add some salt because it needs more salt. So I'm gonna do about a half a teaspoon of salt. There we go. Salt also helps soften the beans. You guys didn't know that. So these beans are like a year old. So, but I'm cooking this in a crock pot, so it's older beans will cook slower, and also in the crock pot it's gonna take longer. But on the stove it'd probably take 2 hours less, I think, maybe 2-3 hours less time, because it takes a while to get it to that, you know, boiling point. Yeah. And there we go. All right. I'm gonna taste it again in an hour, and I might need to add some pepper. I think it needs more. No, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and put some chili powder. I think it needs a little chili powder. There we go. I like that spice to it. When you add tomato sauce, it takes away a little bit of the spice. I like it spicy. Not too much though. Alrighty guys, so we're all done. It looks good, it tastes good. I'm gonna put a bowl in here for you guys to see. We're gonna make some cornbread. Sometimes, you know, you can make cornbread in a waffle maker. That's super fast, a nice presentation. But we're gonna get some cornbread going. And this stuff is even better the next day, guys. So even after it sits overnight and you reheat it, it's like super delicious as leftovers. So it's gonna take us a couple days to eat this. It's really, really good. See, I like a little bit of liquid in there. But one thing I didn't mention is that my ham I cook has brown sugar on it. When I make ham, I put brown sugar over it. And so there is a bit of a tiny sweetness in here because of the brown sugar. And it adds some really good depth, like a little bit of umami, like another layer of flavoring I love. So sometimes if I were to just make this with like regular ham or some sausage, or you know, just a ham bone, because you can use anything. You don't have to have ham. You can do like diced ham, you can do sausage, you can do a ham bone, ham broth. I will often add just like a little cup, like a little palm of brown sugar to it, just because it tastes good to me. So, alright guys, so that's how I make my 15 bean Cajun one. But it's the same thing, even just the regular 15 bean soup. So we're gonna do some canning. I have a lot of canning. I gotta start getting prepared because we've eaten too much of it, and I haven't. I have a lot of empty jars that need to be filled. So yeah, I'm gonna probably in the next couple days, because these beans are over a year old, I gotta get them canned up. So that's the best thing about beans. Like, I love canning beans. It's my favorite thing to can. My favorite thing to can. If you want to can anything, can beans. They're just so easy to have already cooked. Doesn't take 8 hours or 6. Alrighty guys, so that's how we do that, and we'll just talk to you later. Bye bye.